Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. It's time. Guys, I mentioned this on the last episode about a name change, a little sort of rebrand. We're here. Welcome to the Growth Gang. You are in the gang. Welcome. You're my crew. This is the Growth Gang podcast. And this has been sort of a long time coming slash kind of only just came into fruition in a way. I've been thinking a lot obviously about where I want this brand to go, this podcast to go, my coaching, the membership, like everything. I've been thinking about so many things, as we all do as business owners, and I was like, what is the overarching thing that I really want to help people with, and what do I help people with? And it's really about growth when I think about it. It's about momentum and building business and all of the things, but at the end of the day, my job is to help you grow your body, your brain, your business, your brand, all of the things. And so I feel like Growth Gang is just like the coolest thing. And I really want to build this community as much as I possibly can and just welcome even more of you beautiful humans into my world. So welcome to the Growth Gang, sort of like reintroduction if you are an OG or you've been around for a while. If you're a newbie, this is your first episode. Oh my gosh, you've come at the perfect time. There's 3 rules for you guys to enter the gang. So if you want to stick around, there's 3 things that you must do to be a part of the Growth Gang. Number 1 is daily movement. You guys know and I bang on about the gym and running and training and things like that. And it's because it's such an integral part of my life and, more importantly, my business as well. I would not be where I am if I didn't have the gym. And I think so many people don't see the correlation between the two, but it's sort of like as soon as you start going to the gym, going for runs, and it can be anything, right? Daily movement covers, it could be walks to start off with, and then you kind of move to something that's a little bit more quote unquote intense. What I mean by that is I want you to push your body to the point where you have a bit of head noise going on. There's a little bit of head noise up there that's being like, this is hard, or stop, or this hurts, or whatever the conversation is, because that is where the growth happens. And that is where it reads across into business as well. So if you are at the gym and you're pushing your body so hard, this was me this morning, we were on the ski and on the row. I'm pretty I feel good on the ski. I suck at the row. I've only just learned how to kind of properly do it, and I still just can't get my rhythm right. And I don't know. It's just one of the machines that I just hate in the gym. And that discomfort is the reason why I'm going to be a millionaire one day. It's because I'm willing to sit and push through that discomfort. And I know if you don't go to the gym, if you don't push your body, you're like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't connect. Business is all strategy and business is business. Life is life. Not true. Not true, because you are the same human who is applying the business strategy and who's also living your life. You're the same human. You're not one human in life and then you step into a different human for business. You're the same human for both things. So that's where it's imagine if you focused on your human. And that's what I mean by daily movement. Yes, it's for the physical benefits. It's for the better sleep, the emotional regulation. It's for the actual physical fitness of your body, 100%. But most importantly, it's literally so that you're a better business owner. Of course, all those other things are a bonus, 100%. And being a better business owner in itself is totally a bonus in itself. But think about the character traits that are built up over time when you are pushing your body to a point of, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. This hurts. This is uncomfortable. I want to stop. Because how many times do you feel like that in business as well? I don't know about you, but for me, it's been a fuck ton of times where I'm like, this is hard. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. This hurts. I want to stop. I want to burn the thing down. I'm out. I'm uncomfortable. That's exactly why I'm getting your butt into something. It doesn't have to be the gym. If you're like, I've tried the gym so many times and I just hate it, maybe it's running, maybe it's swimming, maybe it's Pilates, hot Pilates, yoga, some kind of ball sport. I don't know, just something that you love, yes, but there's also an element, just a tiny element where there's just a little bit of head noise there that starts to pop up, because that head noise is literally unlocking strengthened confidence. It's removing self-doubt, right? It's creating more self-trust. It's increasing your courage. Like, there's so many things, your discipline, your motivation, your consistency. You want to be consistent on social media, go and be consistent in the gym. And I'll watch you start to be naturally consistent at socials. Because as soon as you are consistent in one area, you're going to start to become consistent in other areas, because it becomes your concept of self. That's how you build an identity. Crazy. So if you think about, I want to be more confident, where can you strengthen your confidence? I want to be more consistent, where can you strengthen your consistency? Same with courage and self-trust and discipline and whatever other character or human trait that you want to strengthen, that's going to skyrocket your business. Because you're not just building a cute little business. You're not just like, I want to make like 6 figures. No. That's not what you want. If you got really honest with yourself, that's not what you want. You want a well-known global brand that impacts thousands of humans. You want to make millions of dollars. You want to be swimming in fulfillment every single day. You want to be able to hand over tasks that you hate in business to your team. You want more daily freedom every single day. You get to wake up and go, what do I want to do today? Not what do I have to do today? You want to work on big projects in business, offers, campaigns, bring a product to life, whatever it might be, that just light you up inside. You want to be chasing something. You want to be hungry for more. Because if you weren't, you wouldn't be listening to this. You're listening to this because you're so fucking driven and you're so ambitious. And to do all of those things and have that reality that you actually want, once you get a little bit more honest with yourself, to do all of those things, you're going to have to be a different human. It's just got to be upgraded a little bit, strengthened a little bit. Because to be able to bring those things to life, there's going to be a lot of things that come at you along the way. I look at it like I'm literally in a game. I'm in pick a game. And I'm like in my armor and I'm like walking down this path. And you know how in games, I used to play like Ratchet and Clank. Oh my God. Did you ever play that PlayStation? So good. Even like Mario, or I don't know, think of a game that you used to play where like little things would come out to try and kill you, right? Most games are like that. Something's coming out to try and kill you. That's how I picture myself in business, where I'm walking along, I'm in my armor, but then shit gets flung at me. And then depending on how much I've strengthened my human and my character traits, I'm going to either be stuck at that level because I can't hit them away, I can't shoot them, I can't kill them, they kill me. And then I'm stuck and I have to respawn and then I have to do that level again, right? That's where people get stuck in business because they're so focused on the strategy, which it's got to exist. Yeah, it's important. Yeah, it's going to make you $1 million, totally. But that strategy is not going to be applied if you as the human who's applying the strategy can't, because you're not strengthening those human and character traits. courage, discipline, consistency, courage. I already said courage. Self-trust, like all of the things, grit, resilience. Pick one. Pick them all. The minute you can strengthen all of those things, it's like you're building more armor. You've got more weapons to kill those aliens, those things that are trying to kill you in business. You just wipe them out and you keep walking in your armor. That's how I look at it. That's why I'm telling you to move daily. That was my whole point of that, right? Number one, daily movement. You'll be blown away at how much business is a self-love game. And it's a personal game. It's a human game. It is. Because I'm a totally different human than I was 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago. Wild. I'm constantly up-leveling, upgrading, expanding, growing, growth gang. Because I choose to, and because I choose to strengthen it, not when it's needed, but before that. So a lot of people, right, things will pop up, shit will be flying at them in business, things are hard, and then they seek support because it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this, help. Imagine instead you didn't get to that point where it's like, fuck me, everything is absolutely screwed, I need help. Instead, it's like, hey, how can I actually prevent things from falling apart? Like, do you not want to be the strongest motherfucker that you know? Like the most resilient, courageous, gritty human? Oh, yum, delicious. That's what I want. And that's what you are. That's why I want you to get your ass in the gym. Daily movement. It has to exist. And if right now you're like, I don't move at all during my, like I don't not focus on movement at all, start with a walk. Start with a walk to your letterbox and back. If you're like, I've got no time, got no energy, I blah, blah, right? All of the bullshit excuses, walk to the letterbox and back every day this week. Then go a bit further and build up from there if you have to. But I promise there's so many extra benefits. Like going to the gym, I've met my 5 a.m. crew, my fam at the gym. I couldn't imagine not seeing them every single day. Like they're the best. And they push me even further. So it's one thing for me to go to the gym by myself. Totally, that would totally strengthen a lot of things. But for me to then be thrown in among people who are so much stronger and faster and fitter than me, cool, now I have to calibrate to their level. So powerful. Think about how much that connects in business. If you were surrounded by people who are making way more money than you or who've been walking your path before, right? That's why mentorship exists. That's why my mastermind exists. Come, welcome. Join the waitlist for Revolution. That is why it exists. Because as soon as you're in the room with other people who are fucking sending it, you naturally are going to want to calibrate to their level, right? That's why being the small fish is such a powerful thing. So number one, daily movement, my girl. Go and get your butt moving. If you're in my world, you are moving regardless. Unconditionally. Daily movement. Okay, that's number one. Number two, rules of being in the growth gang. I want you to find courage in moments of fear. Because I think that is the number one thing and difference between the version of you now and the version of you in a year's time. The version of you in a year's time was willing to find the courage. Which, by the way, is so exciting because that's you very, very soon. That's you right now. When I look back at my business journey, the scariest, hardest moments have been right before the next biggest evolution. And it's so funny because when you're in those moments, it's like, this sucks. This is the end. This is the worst. it's like ironic that the moments that are the scariest and the hardest, they're not all like celebrations and popping champagne and bubbles and all of the things. A lot of the time, the moments that are the most important are the fucking scariest. It's full of, oh my gosh, can I do this? It's full of, I need to actually trust myself in this moment. It's, oh my gosh, I'm on an edge and I'm looking off the edge and it's fucking scary and I don't know what's going to happen when I jump, when I leap. Those moments, those are the moments that count. But those moments, the only reason they count is because I chose to jump. I chose to leap and have faith and take the risks and have the courage. But if I didn't, I'd still be stuck. I'd still be stuck at, I'm scared. I don't know. And that might be you right now. You might be like, I'm there. I'm on this edge and I know that something huge is just around the corner. But maybe you have to make some big decisions. Maybe you have to cut off some things. Some things can't come with you anymore. And that's really scary. Maybe you don't have anyone around you who's saying, fuck yeah, let's go bigger. In which case, come and say hello, because that will be me. And I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be like, the fuck am I doing? What the fuck is going on? I know what that feels like. Like I said, it's so funny because I think people think those moments are filled with like, yes, let's go, I'm in, like 100%. And while 100%, that energy gets to exist 100%. But I know myself, there's also the moments just before that where it's like, oh, fuck, this is a lot. Then I go, let's go. That's the difference between people. People are scared and they give that fear a reason to stop, right? They make it a reason to stop. I see the fear and I'm like, let's fucking go. I'm scared, sure. But I'm going to do it scared. So what I want you to do is I want you to find courage in moments of fear because it's there and it exists. You just have to tap into it. And it all comes to up here. It's all in your mind and in your head to choose to tap into the courage. That's all it is. You don't need anything external of you. You don't need anything physical external of you. You don't need anyone. You just need to trust yourself. That's it. And I know it's like, it can't be that simple. What if it was? What if in those moments of, oh my God, you turned it into, let's see what she can do. I'm going to figure it out. I got my own back. Even if X, Y, and Z, doesn't matter. I'll fix it. I'll change it. I'll figure it out. Imagine what your life could look like if you moved like that. Because I bet you right now there's a decision of some kind that's on your mind. Big or small, doesn't matter. What if you chose courage in this moment? Maybe you have to make a big decision. Maybe you want to lease a warehouse like I did. Maybe you want to hire a staff member. Maybe you want to do a whole entire rebrand because you're looking at your office suite and your brand and you're like, how the fuck did we get here? I actually don't want this. But I've just built this and like, what if people don't come with me? Maybe you want to change your ideal client. Maybe you want to invest in mentorship. Maybe you've been looking at my membership or Master the Game like every day for the last week. And you've been looking and you're like, oh, I'm like, just that resistance, just scared to jump. Imagine if you chose courage. Imagine what's on the other side. So many people think, what if everything goes wrong? I want you to think, what if everything goes right? What could life look like on the other side? And what if everything did go wrong, but you figured it out anyway? Because you've gotten this far. And you didn't come this far just to come this far. Rule number 2 of Fight Club, of Growth Gang, is choose to find courage in fear. Rule number 3, and this is my favorite. Actually, they're all my favorite. I just love them. That's why I created them. Rule number 3 is fulfillment first. And this has been massive, very similar to number 2 in a way, where there's gonna come times where you've got to make decisions in business. And I want you to keep front of mind, fulfillment comes first. Because I've made decisions where I'm like, everyone's going to hate me for this. No one's going to understand this. This doesn't make sense. This is so illogical. I'm in it right now. Made a huge decision at the end of last year. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense on paper. It doesn't. And so many people aren't going to understand this decision. But fulfillment first. I think this rule has really been a part of my life, or I would say a little while, but also a really long time as well, because you guys know I talk about death often, and like, you're gonna die one day. What is the point in living and hating every moment of it? What is the point in making decisions just for the sake of someone else? There's none. Zero. Everything gets wiped. I want you to be strict with what you say yes to, what you say no to. Have really strong boundaries in where you're actually going, because you can't build this big, crazy, incredible, fulfilling life by doing what everyone else says and wants. Because remember, everyone's running around with their own conditioning. Their own way of how they see the world, based on the way they grew up, what they were told, and whether they've actually looked at that as an adult or not. If you were to just believe that it's possible, the life that you truly desire, believe in that and prioritize that above anything else. Fulfillment comes first. There is no job or client or amount of money or recognition or whatever. There is no amount of anything that should come above fulfillment. There's nothing. Millions of dollars, a huge reputation, a massive social media following, but you hate your life and you wake up every day hating yourself and you hate what you're doing day to day. What is the point? What is the point? So, fulfillment comes first. And that's a standard. And this might not even be in business. This might be in life, right? Friendships, relationships. If it's not fulfilling, I don't want it. If it's not fulfilling, bye. If it's not fulfilling, get out of my way. I've got shit to do. I'm a busy girl. It's so important. Please use this as a sign. It's a sign right here from the universe, from God, from Lily herself. Fulfillment comes first. I don't care what the decision is. I don't care how hard it is to make. I don't care how many people are going to be let down by it. How many people are going to think you're crazy or delusional or illogical. I don't care. I don't care if your heart has to break in the process for a better outcome. Fulfillment first. Just promise me that. Promise me that much. I want you to live a life that is so just like lights your soul on fire every day. I want you to wake up and feel at peace, because I know what it's like to not feel like that. I know what it's like to wake up with anxiety. I know what it's like to be in jobs or doing tasks in business that you hate. I know what it's like to be working with sucky clients who are just vampires and suck the life out of you. I know what it's like to be with a toxic boyfriend. I know what it's like to be emotionally abused. I get it. I get it. I hear you. I know what it's like, and I know how shitty it is. And that's why I'm telling you, today is where it stops. Business, life, relationships, whatever your thing is, fulfillment comes first. Just promise me that much. It's massive. Because it's the difference between you loving life and you hating it. Which would you prefer? What would you tell your friend to do? What would you tell your child to choose? Or your partner? Why aren't you doing that for yourself? Well, you are from now on, because today's the day. No more of the bullshit. I want you to audit your life, your business, your relationships, everything. Anything that feels like it is sucking the soul out of you, cut it out. Cut it out. Full permission slip right here. Whatever the thing is, get rid of it, upgrade it, change it, whatever it needs to look like. It's not worth it. It is not worth your sanity. It's not worth it. I promise. I'm telling you. Right here, right now. And I want you to take this with you and move forward with this. Fulfillment comes first. Every time you go to make a decision, I want you to think, what is going to bring me more joy, more peace, more fulfillment? Which option? And funnily enough, the opposite to that is often a hard decision. This is why I'm telling you to get your ass in the gym so you can make these decisions, right? These all work so beautifully together. And I know that decision to choose the fulfilling life might be really scary, and there's fear in that. What do you do when there's fear? You find courage to jump. How do you build courage and self-trust? You go to the gym. Or you go for a run, or you move your body in whatever way it looks like for you. Can you see how powerful you are? Like, can you just take a moment to see how powerful you are and to see the decisions that you get to choose daily for yourself? I've had my eyes opened in the past couple of weeks of other people's lives and what they look like. And I'm just leaning so far into gratitude for what I've built and what I've created and what I continue to create, even when it's hard, even when no one's buying, even when engagement drops, even when a relationship has to be cut off and that's hard, whatever the thing is, right? Even if, doesn't matter. I'm so grateful for what I'm building and choosing to continue to build. Because the opposite of that is I would still be working multiple jobs that I hated from like 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just hating life, literally dreading it, waiting for the weekend. This morning, it's Friday today, and a lot of the people at the cafe and just in conversations this morning, I was between two cafes, one with the gym crew and one with mum. And the conversation was, oh, thank God it's Friday. And I was like, oh my gosh, remember when it was like, thank fuck, it's Friday, last day of work, because you're craving the weekend. What kind of fucking life is that? No, not for me, not for you, not it. Not it. Those people need to come to me and listen to my 3 rules. Life would be changed. I know it because I've done it and I'm doing it. I'm doing it with you, my girl. We're doing it together. I've got you in this because I know it's hard. I know it's scary. But like, how fucking cool is life? You get to do whatever you want. You get to make it look however you want it to look like. And that's what the Growth Gang's all about. Like, those 3 rules are in place, and we talk about strategy in business. We talk about content and visibility and brand and selling and offers and all of the strategy nitty-gritty stuff. And the reason I talk about all of that stuff and I coach you guys on it is because all of those things isn't the end goal. The end goal isn't to become visible. The end goal isn't even to get clients. The end goal is fulfillment in life. That's the end goal. The reason why I want you to become visible to dream clients is so that you can make more money and you can experience daily freedom. You can experience a schedule on your terms. This morning at the coffee table, sipping on my oat tea, and the guys next to me were just chatting about what they were doing that day, and he turned to me and was like, "What are you doing today, Lil? Like, what's on the agenda?" And I literally was like, "I have no idea." I was like, literally whatever I want. I was like, might record a podcast episode, and like, obviously had a few things on the back of my mind, like I want to create this graphic or do this or whatever, but I was like, literally whatever I want. And the guy next to him was like pissing himself, kind of like, haha, yeah. And I was like, literally whatever I want. And it's like, so people can't even fathom a life where they could just do what they want. You've got that. I've got that. We've got that. It's insane. Lean into gratitude for that. I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy that you are here. So beyond happy. I have updated the Facebook group, so go and find us if you're not already within the Growth Gang. I'm gonna have to try and like remember not to always say like the Lily Holmes podcast or the podcast collective, because yeah, different thing. But I'm so proud of you that you're here and you're doing the thing. And I know it's hard sometimes, but I've got you. We're doing this. And can I just say, where we are going is insane. The next 12 months, I thought about this morning, are going to be the most pivotal. The most pivotal. The community here is just about to take off like crazy. The membership, my signature course, Master the Game, which by the way, I have a free masterclass on Wednesday, the 20th of March. I was like, I hope I've got that right. I'll leave the link below in the show notes so you can come and join us. We're chatting about converting clients with content. But where this brand is going is just insane. And I've landed in a whole new realm of what I want it to be and to look like and who I want to bring in. And I'm just so excited that I get to bring you along with me in that. So stay tuned. More updates as always to come. I love you so much, and I'll chat to you in the next episode.